on. He's got me on tape already.
All right. Yeah, we're rolling.
You're rolling
Yeah,
now?
yeah, we're rolling.
Yeah, all right.
All right. So, could you give us your name and where you're from?
My name is Daniel McMullen. I'm from the city of Taunton, Massachusetts. I'm a retired police officer.
Okay. Why did you join the service? Were you drafted, or how old were you?
I was drafted, and I was 23 years old when I went in the service.
What year was that?
1950, October 25th,
So you remember.
1950.
Very nice.
What were you doing before you joined the service?
I was working as a shipping clerk for Coppercraft Silver in Taunton.
In time. What branch of the service were you in?
I was drafted, and I ended up in the Army Infantry with the 279th Division.
Now, were there other people from Taunton you knew around there?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
There were two fellas I was with all the way through from Taunton.
How did your parents feel about you joining the service?
Oh, I don't know how they felt.
You don't know how they felt?
I had two brothers that preceded me, so I don't think it made too much difference.
Where did you do your basic training?
Down in Camp Polk, Louisiana.
Was it hot down there?
It was hot and it was cold.
Hot and cold?
There was a lot of red mud down there.
Red mud?
Red mud. And razorbacks.
Razorback.
Pigs?
You know what a razorback
Yeah,
is?
it's a hog.
Arkansas.
Yeah, right. They used to run through the camp at night all the time.
Was there any culture shock on your part from meeting other people from the country, from different parts of the country?
No, not really. Mostly in what do you say, language, or the way we refer to things and the way that they would refer to things. Very, very small. Say something like up here, you ordered a frap.
Yeah.
Down there they ordered a cabinet.
Cabinet.
Stuff like that.
So,
But other than that, it's
you guys got along pretty well?
oh, we get along fine, yeah.
Do you have any interesting stories from your basic training experience?
From basic training, not too much basic. No.
Not too much.
No.
What was your military occupational specialty?
I was a combat medic.
And in what zone of war, what combat zone did you see action in?
What combat zone?
What combat zone?
When we went into combat, we were in the front lines.
In Korea.
Right. We had to go from, our outfit would, as a medic, we were assigned out to different outfits. And when that outfit that you were assigned went up to the front line, they used to go up for 45 days. You go up in the front lines of the main line of resistance for 45 days, and then you came back for 15 days.
So you were put.
Then you go back up, then 15 days you were back in like an hour and such like
Yep.
that. Now the Korean War was a different type of war. The Korean War was you establish a position and you didn't go too far. You didn't make like the Second World War, how they advanced all the way through the different countries and this and that and
Yep.
everything else. When the Korean War, you went to a certain point and then you stopped. It was a different type, and then the Chinese would come down and push you back, and then you push them back up again, and actually nobody gained any.
So no
any
ground
ground.
was gained or anything. Do you feel that the Korean War was a forgotten war,
Yes.
as seen today?
Yeah. Today it's all Vietnam, Second World War, Iraq, and everything else.
You don't
There's
hear
very, very little mention of Korean War or Korean vets.
Can you tell us anything about the Incheon landing?
About the what?
Incheon landing?
Incheon.
Incheon.
Incheon. When we went into Incheon, the war was maybe 1 or 2 years into the fighting, and there was very little in Incheon. Otherwise, the city or the town of Incheon was practically flat. There was nothing, actually
Really?
nothing there. I think when on the original invasion, I guess, was pretty bad.
Was it?
But when we went in, it was pretty quiet and everything else.
It was cleared out, and
It was cleared out, yeah.
was it demoralizing knowing you were facing hordes of Chinese soldiers?
facing Chinese soldiers?
Yeah, a lot of them, hordes of them.
Hmm?
Hordes of Chinese soldiers. Now,
You better strike that question.
who do you believe was right, MacArthur or Truman?
I think MacArthur was right.
And why was-
He never should have been stopped. He should have been gone up to the Yellow River and pushed the Chinese back into China. But they made him stop, and this is when the Chinese really gathered forces and pushed the Americans, not the Koreans and the Americans, back south again. And it was just a back and forth deal.
So, as you were saying before, kind of stayed stationary, but just...
Kind of stalemate, you know. Yeah.
Was it really cold in Korea?
Yes, it was cold in the winter, and it was hot in the summer.
Yeah, so it was...
Both times. I was there for the winter and the summer. In the winter time, they issued us, the first year we were there, they issued us what we call Mickey Mouse boots. They were insulated boots, and they were fine as long as you were marching or moving or walking. But if you get pinned down, say in a foxhole for 3 or 4 or 5 hours or something like that, they froze up on you.
Really?
So we took those boots and went back to our regular boots.
And those were more comfortable
Right.
for you? What was, like, was it a lot colder compared to here during the winter? Or would you say
About the same.
about the same?
Yeah.
Same climate kind of?
And we had the equipment, and we had good winter clothing and everything else, you know. Sleeping bags were
Explain to us what you thought you were fighting for, and if you
What I
thought...
was fighting for?
Yeah.
Well, I was drafted. And actually, what we thought we were fighting for was to stop communism, the spread of communism.
Hmm.
And apparently, I don't know if we succeeded or not, but
Do you think your efforts were worth it?
huh?
Do you think your efforts were worth fighting for? What you were fighting for?
It was a good experience.
Good experience.
Let's put it that way.
Okay. Did you see any racism between the troops, or did the people who you were fighting with get along and everything worked fine?
Well, the people at our outfits and our companies were getting along. Oh, no, we were fine. Whether they were Southern or Western or Northern or whatever.
What about the Koreans and the Chinese
The Koreans and the Chinese that were with us,
that were with you?
well, they were fine.
They were
all
fine
right.
too?
Well, we were helping them, so they should have.
Now, as we understand, you deserve the Silver Star Medal. Could you tell us a little about your story?
As I said before, it's on the wall. You can read it.
All right. Well, that's all we have for today.
That's all you have for today?
Yep.
Yeah.
So we just want to say thank you for letting us come and interviewing you, and that's it. Thank you.
That's it. Thank you.